What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be checking out boats. I'm going to be checking out boats in the bay as well as some bayous here in Destin, Florida. So if you're into boats, you're in the right place. Let's go. Welcome back, folks. I am back in a bayou here in Destin, Florida, checking out boats. Now, that is not a terrible piece of property right there. That is a nice house. But we're here for the boats. First one we're coming up on is a Robalo center console with a second station. I love that second station. So nice for sight fishing. It's a 246. Really nice boat. Looks like they got some sea deck. They got some hatches up. Looks like it's kind of a gray and white camo pattern. Sea deck, yeah, I can see it on the gunnels and all of that. That is a nice boat. Yamaha 300 horsepower outboard. Followed by a pontoon boat with, looks like fiberglass pontoons. An Evinrude 150. Not really exciting. Another pontoon boat, a newer one with aluminum pontoons, which is what you typically see with a 90 horsepower Yamaha. Looks like we're coming up on a Cape Horn looking boat. There's been a lot of knockoffs to the Cape Horn molds. I know Palm Beach made one for a while, Key Largo made one. Nothing like the original Cape Horn. I don't think this is a real Cape Horn. Oh, I'm wrong. It's a Cape Horn 16. You just see so many knockoffs. It's a cool old boat. I don't think they make the 16 anymore. You can usually tell because the actual Cape Horns have that really wide console. It's that and the transom of the boat. That's usually where the biggest difference is in the transom. All right, this is a beautiful cobia. I love that color of gray. It looks really good with the white tubing on the T-top, the white outboards. Pair of Yamaha, what are they, 300s? Yep, 300s. Absolutely beautiful boat. And we've made it to the back of this little section of bayou. The pontoon boat, a couple of Sea-Doos. You can see the road is right there. There's actually water on the other side there. It's just not accessible by boat. Kind of a pond. All right, this is a little public park. Got us a real fancy pontoon boat right here. This is one of them. I don't know if you can tell, they got headlights and all that fun jazz on them. Double bimini tops, again, a good call. You can get shade over that whole boat on a hot day. Today is one of them. Pretty cool dolphin statue up there. I don't know if it's a fountain. Looks like it might be a fountain. It could just be a statue. It's cool though. These folks have a really nice dock set up here. You can get some big boats in there. You get some heavy duty stuff. Look at that fish cleaning station. That's paradise right there. I'm all about that. Pontoon boat. I'd assume they got some pretty sweet boats that are normally there. Probably out right now. But that's an awesome setup right there. Love it. All right. 24-foot pontoon boat with the Mercury outboard. This boat we're coming up on here is an Everglades. Got the second station with the buggy top. Good shade. Kind of an uncommon Everglades hull for this area. It's got that pilot house on it. Really sweet boat. 350EX. Really sweet boat. Got a nice looking Cobalt bow rider, ski boat, wakeboard boat. I guess whatever you're into. This is a cool boat here. The no strings. Be a cool cruiser. I don't know who makes the hull, but that is a neat boat. Almost has a trawler look to it. I don't know if it is or not. And a little boat back there. That may be a little old Mako. Kind of looks like it. A little 90 horsepower Yamaha. I think it is an older Mako. And we've got a pontoon boat. Those pontoons look a lot boxier than what we're used to seeing. Most of them are pretty round. Really sweet express style boat right next to it. I love the color of that. That darker blue boot stripe. Super good look. That looks like a Sea Ray, just cabin cruiser of some sort, and a really nice pontoon boat with a 200 horsepower Yamaha outboard. Thing's all chromed out like a daggone motorcycle. One of my favorite little boats. These little old Boston whalers. Who doesn't love that? A couple of kayaks. A pretty sweet house that all this is behind. I can make do with that. I mean, it extends all the way over here too. I mean, that is a spread right there. Can't see most of it through them trees, but that is a compound. I dig it. Looks like they're building a new house here. Not going to be a little one. I'm sure they will be redoing all of this dock situation. If I ever hit the lottery, probably something like that will be going in. Speaking of hitting the lottery, this boat's named the Windfall. Cruiser, sweet boat. Looks like something you could definitely take on the Great Loop, which I would love to do someday. Like, this place is for sale too, next to the house that's being built. Hit them up if you're interested. Alright, got a sailboat. I'm gonna turn to port a little bit before I run their anchor line over. The last thing I want to do. Another sailboat. A little bit bigger of a Boston whaler than the one we just saw. Same hull though, same hull design. That one's got an Evinrude behind it. Don't know what horsepower, but I like that boat a lot. A cool boathouse, but it's empty. Next up, Sea Hunt center console. That one's not a game fish. It is an Ultra. Let's see what size it is. I think it says 235. They're probably around a 24-foot boat. It's a nice one. Yamaha 250 horsepower. I'd assume by the 250 horsepower it probably is somewhere in the 24-foot range. Got us a Cobalt bow rider. Really nice boathouse situation right there. And we got some folks got a work boat here. Looks like they are actively doing some work. That blue boat there, you see the big mast, that's like a catamaran sailboat of some sort. It's pretty cool. And then we've got an Everglades. I like that a lot. 425, pair of 425 outboards. Second station. What's not to love about that? And we've got a Robalo center console, smaller one, 200 horsepower Yamaha behind that one. That's a serious dock right there. I'm pretty sure that's somebody's personal dock too. There's a wave runner at the end of it. Look at that thing. Fish cleaning station there at the end, a little ladder if they want to do some swimming. I mean, that dock is legitimate. Yeah, that's their personal dock. And kind of see where it turns to the left there. It goes onto their property. I like that a lot. This is a pretty cool looking boat we're coming up on. Looks old. It may just be made to look old, or it may be an old boat. It's hard to tell. See, it's got that, I don't think it's actually wood, but it's made to look like it's a wooden hull. It's probably fiberglass. That is cool. I'd say based on the shape of the windshield, it's probably actually got some age on it. If you have any idea what that is, let me know in the comments. It is very cool. Work boat. A nice house up there. Looks like it's being built. This is a unique boat we're coming up on here. I have no idea what hull that is. That's super cool looking though. Look at that radar just on top of the tower. It's not got like a proper T-top. It's just got a, I guess, the equivalent of a radar arch, but for a center console. That is really cool. .300 horsepower Yamaha outboard. That is really cool. I like that a lot. I like the T-top for shade, but that's a neat looking boat. And we got a pontoon boat in there with a 300 horsepower Yamaha outboard. A smaller boat right there, I can't tell what it is. And another pontoon boat with a Yamaha 300 horsepower outboard. A couple of wave runners tucked up in there. On a private little beach. That wouldn't be a terrible thing to have. Both of those pieces of property. Pontoon boat. These folks must be poor. They only have 150 horsepower behind theirs. This pontoon boat, it's a Mercury outboard, but it's covered. Looks like we got another pretty neat looking boat through there. That looks a lot like the Pursuit we saw in an earlier video. Got big old outriggers and go out and do some fishing. Outboards, which is absolutely the right call to make around here in this salt water. That one's got triple Yamaha outboards. And it's a Pursuit as well. That's why it looks like the other one. That's a cool boat. Looks like it's got a sizable cabin, dual console, a radar. I like it. Got a real little boat up in that sling there, little small Tohatsu outboard. Can't tell what it is exactly. Looks like it's about the size of a poling skiff, but I don't see a poling platform on it. This is a unique looking hull here. I don't know what this is either. This Suzuki 200 horsepower. That's not a common one. Good looking boat though. A lot of white. And we're on to a Sportsman black hull. Really good looking boat. That one's got a Yamaha show on it. Got a second station. They've got folded back so it fits up in that lift. Alright, looks like a Crown Line bow rider, Mercury Verado outboard. I like that Sportsman. I mean, this one would be fun, but center consoles are definitely a lot more my thing. All right, looks like we're coming up on the boat on the right there. Has a very unique hull. I don't know if it's a blackjack or a panga or it's something unique. It's relatively narrow for its length. It's got a second station in it. That might get a little bit sketchy, having that kind of a narrow beam. I don't know, might be a lot more stable than I would think. Can't tell what kind of hull it is. I think it says Everglades. Never seen one that narrow. Pretty cool. Now we got a Contender dual console. That's something you certainly do not see a lot of around here, is a Contender dual console. Center consoles, yes. Dual consoles, not so much. Nice Viking. Love the color. Constantly being washed, cleaned, all that good stuff. And to wrap this little section up, we're coming up on an Avalon pontoon boat. Got a little wave runner in there. And at the very end here, that is a beautiful center console. It's a front runner with some Mercury Racing outboards. Absolutely gorgeous boat. Looks like they're working on it. Got one of the cowlings pulled up. Absolutely beautiful boat. And just beyond it is just a little center console of some sort. Really old school Pathfinder. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this section of docks. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of it, go back, check out some of the other videos. If you made it this far in the video, no reason you shouldn't subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time.